This is the one you're actually regretting because this sucks because this is your hair. Hey everyone, welcome to the Big Dane podcast. I'm your host, Dana Trimborn, and this podcast is a random hodgepodge of topics that gets released on every Tuesday on, your preferred platform, of course. And I really enjoy sharing my personal stories and making those connections with you guys and just really being relatable, all in a fun and silly environment. Hey guys, do you think about any regrets at all? Or maybe you don't, and you kind of just live your life and you say, no regrets or no regrets? Yep, well, I got you in this episode because I will be sharing some of my stories with you because we all do say it once in a while, right? So many of us think, we've all said it. Oh, I regret doing that. Why did I do that? I can't believe I did that. If only I could go back in time. All the ifs, the coulda, the woulda, the shoulda. You know what I'm saying? And, maybe in that moment or the day after that something happens, or even months after, that you just think about it every now and then. But honestly, I feel like you shouldn't be thinking about it because that, first off, sounds stressful. And why is that keeping you up at night? And overall, does it really matter? Whatever happened, is this other person still thinking about this? If it was, I don't know, maybe like an embarrassing moment and you said something to your friend and, took it the wrong way or who knows what. And now you thought, damn, why did I even bother saying anything? Right? But again, I don't think it matters because this is how you learn. This is how you learn about yourself. Taking, if it was a tough conversation, taking that step to have that conversation. You shouldn't be regretting about that, right? And I think those kind of situations, and even too, like in general, that I think it's more important and valuable to have these experiences and learnings, because if you didn't, how are you going to learn about yourself and learn what to do next time, learn what not to do next time? Yeah, it would literally be Groundhog's Day for you then, because the same thing would happen, nothing's changing. Wow, this is so fun. So cool. Some of the moments, and I think a lot of us can relate to this one, is going out and drinking a shit ton. When we were in our early 20s, or even maybe during college and maybe just a little bit in high school, but I just remember just going balls to the wall. You're going out with friends. You're going to all these bars. You're having an amazing time. You're meeting new people. Oh, you go to this school too? Oh, yeah. Oh, you're on the soccer team? Oh my God, I'm an athlete too. I'm on the tennis team. And things like that, where you're just having the best time of your life, at least in the moment. But when the next day kind of rolls around, you feel like absolute garbage, right? And then I say, oh my God, why did I buy those shots for us? Why did we take them? It was already 1 a.m. Do we really need shots? Probably not, but we took them anyway. And things like that, where, again, you're just in the moment, you're having a awesome time with your friends and just being around people and socializing. But now you just feel so terrible, so hungover. And then now you're remembering, oh my gosh, we totally got pizza last night. Why did I eat 3 slices of pizza? Because now my stomach still hurts. I'm feeling bloated. I feel like I can't even eat because I'm still full from all this pizza at 2 a.m. the night before. It's just overall, like, not a good situation here, right? And yeah, and even post-college and just, this was actually, before the first time I was here in Conchi, and remember going out with friends in Maniac, and the next day, it's awful. Like, what did I even do last night? Where did we even go? You don't remember anything. I mean, what kind of night is that? You can't remember anything. Oh, although I will say, I don't think I really had a blackout moment ever, because I think I'd probably be dead. Right? I mean, I'm a petite person. To get to that point, I probably would have alcohol poisoning. It doesn't sound cool. It sounds horrific. But yeah, so it's the next day now, after your great time in Maniac that you had last night, that you can't really seem to put pieces together. And then you might get sick in, your parents' bathroom or wherever, basement bathroom, maybe in the car, because now you're driving back and you had to pull over. Just all kinds of crazy stuff going on. And so then you're really starting to think about it, and maybe you see something outside that kind of triggers a moment the night before. You're like, oh, that's right. We did stop there. We did get cheesesteaks. Yeah. And then you say, I'm never drinking again. I can't tell you how many times I said that early on, because you feel that awful. Why would you want to put yourself through that again? Well, you live and you learn, because now it's the next weekend and you're ready to drink again. You're ready to rock and roll. Let's do some shots to get started and end the night. So basically, you're just lying to yourself, because every one of us has said this and then has done this. I mean, of course, obviously, if you don't drink, then whatever. But, these are my experiences. But aside from that, it's thinking, well, what did I gain out of this? What did I gain out of this experience? So maybe it's a lesson learned that the next time you're not going to go so over the top with drinking, because we all know our limit now. Okay. Through college, it's like craziness. Then after college, like, okay, well, I know how I can drink. I have like a pretty good tolerance, right? And then but that takes time to learn that, because I've seen it many times where people think they know their limit, and then when they're talking to you and you're pretty drunk, but they're saying like ridiculous things and how drunk they are, it's just not a good situation. You know what I mean? Like, their eyes, one's going left, one's going right, and now they're trying to take a shot. Dude, I'm not trying to take you to the hospital. I got time for that. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I remember when I did live here the first time in Kanchi, and it was I was with one of my girlfriends, and we just have this like running joke that as long as I stay one drink behind her, then I'm good. Because, although my name is the Big Dane, I'm not so very big. So I'm very, as I said, petite. I'm a petite Dane. Okay, so sure, back in the day, I guess, college and all that, like, sure, your tolerance is pretty good, but after that, it starts to, like, trickle down a little bit, and, now it's about being productive the next day, like, feeling good as I should, right? So you don't drink as much. It's kind of more, like, scattered out, like, a few drinks here, a few drinks there, because I can't have a lot. So if my friends who obviously are taller than me, they can have more drinks. And then they're like, oh, get another drink. I'm like, I fucking can't get another drink. I'm gonna be on the floor. Like, let me at least stand up first, okay? Let me see how I'm feeling, right? But I'm like, guys, I'm not as tall and like regular size like you are. I'm barely 5 feet, okay? So, hey. But all good and fun with that. So, a couple other things I have on here. So, one, about thinking about regrets that people may have. Why did I go out with this person? It's like, why did I even exchange numbers with this person? Oh, right, because I was 6 drinks too deep to even try to say no and like politely decline, but like you just couldn't. Or maybe it's something where you were in a relationship for so long, and maybe it was like an up and down relationship, and you think, oh, excuse me guys, I hope that didn't come up, just drinking like seltzer, like regular seltzer. So that was maybe like a little bit of a rocky relationship. That why did I stay in it for so long? And so I am thankful enough that hasn't happened to me, but, there's people out there that kind of stay with their significant other for probably longer than they should. And everyone around them is saying, yo, what are you doing? You're wasting your time. Right? Like is there any good coming out of this relationship? Right? So that could be a regret, like staying in a relationship too long and just not cutting it off. Or maybe it's a different relationship where, so in my case, this was back in college that my ex, met at college, and then we did the long distance. And back then, after college and whatnot, and after we broke it off, I thought, why did I stay in this for so long? Not because it was bad or anything, but because it just made me, I feel like, more depressed, because I knew I wasn't going to move out there to Michigan. And guys, I can do a totally different episode just to focus on that, because it is a story for you. But, in the moment, you don't think about that. You don't think about these things, that what you should be doing and maybe what you shouldn't be doing. And I think for me, it just hurt more to stay in it longer, hoping that it would all work out. But even though in the back of my mind, like, I'm staying here in Philly, bro. And so that could be something that people may regret. But so it has crossed my mind. But honestly, I really don't regret it, because I learned, I think, even more about myself, of what things I really want in life versus what I don't want. And even from like a relationship standpoint too. So all these things can come up. But yeah. And then you kind of think, well, yeah, if I didn't have that experience, then where would I be right now? Would you be somewhere else? Do you think? Or maybe not. I think obviously timing is like a huge factor in this, but even like the small conversations, how you like meet random people and how maybe like just a few words can make an impact on you and you kind of think differently. So depending on like where you are and what decisions you've made, and maybe you were regretting something and then you bump into someone else and wow, like they're just making my day, and now I don't regret going to the market or wherever you are. You're out and about, bopping around, doing some errands, running over to Target, maybe Giant, maybe Fayette. So, yeah. But, yeah, so it's all interesting to kind of think of it in different ways and different viewpoints. Another one, I bet a lot of people can attest to this. Sorry, I can't attest to this, but I'm just going to talk about it. How about not taking a job that you really wanted? Right? And maybe you had to make a sacrifice because maybe your spouse, significant other, whoever, now they're actually taking the job that they wanted. So now you actually have to kind of follow them. Right? Because maybe, this is something that they really worked hard for, and maybe they've been in medical school for so long and whatever. But at the same time, I shouldn't discount the job that you really wanted and the future you want, right? But so now you move to a new city, and now you're starting to regret not taking the job you really wanted. That's not good. That's probably not a good feeling. Now you're in this new city. Shit, gotta make new friends. I like making new friends, but hey, maybe not everyone. And it makes you think, well, what if I did this? Well, what if I stayed and we did long distance? And I don't know, it's I think for me, just in general, I kind of get this feeling of like this intuition of what I should be doing, and I kind of go with it. So, and it's crazy how things work out, so maybe, you regret not taking it, but give that new city a chance. See what it's all about. I mean, how bad can it really be? Unless you're in the middle of nowhere, then I can't help you out there. Yeah. Well, it doesn't really sound fun. So, and in all reality, I bet it's all going to be fine in the long run because, I mean, if you love this person with all your heart and you want to be with them, then you're probably going to do it, right? So, now, sure, of course, it depends where you're at in your relationship with this person. If you're married versus you're not married versus you just start dating, a lot of different things. But generally, I think if you guys made that decision together, then you should be fine. You should be fine. Does it suck not taking the job that you really wanted? Absolutely. But there's going to be new opportunities. Maybe when you move to this city or you're already there, you're going to find something else. It's all about networking. You have endless amounts of opportunity to now make new connections. That's pretty cool. I like that. Okay. So good luck if anyone out there, you're listening and you have a situation going down, you don't know what to do. Go with your gut, talk it out. Talk it out with your significant other, whoever, your friends, and it'll be good. It'll be good. So don't regret anything. How about this is actually a good one. Dyeing your hair from a box. Yeah. Oh, I could do this. Yeah, no problem. I can just like go to the drugstore, go to CVS, pop on over. Let me get the right shade because I want to go a little bit darker. Yeah, I think this like hazelnut chocolate color will probably look fabulous on me, right? And so then you get back and then you do it, but your hair is so thick like mine that you need 2 boxes and you only got the 1 box. So now some of your hair strands are kind of like zebraed, because it didn't quite get like all the strand. And now you look awful because you're like, yeah, well, I'm going to save a little bit of money. I'm just going to go get a box. I'll skip my hairstylist that does an amazing job, and I'll just do that. Yeah. So now this is the one you're actually regretting because this sucks because this is your hair. What are you going to wear, a baseball cap every day? I don't think so. I mean, I hope you work at home and don't have to get on Zoom or Microsoft Teams to show your face. But oh my gosh. So now you're like panicking because you're calling up your hairstylist like, hey, you're not going to believe this. I know you're not going to like what I'm about to say, but and so now you're explaining but she's actually going to be booked until like next month, and you don't want anyone else touching your hair because you trust her. You have invested in this woman. So, hey. So now you have to wait. So now it's really setting in. And yeah, so now you're probably on your way to get that second box to see if it pans out while you wait a month. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But truly, I do remember, and nothing went wrong here, but I had dyed my hair in high school and I did a box, but I had to get 2 because my hair is so thick, and there was like pieces of lighter brown hair, and I dyed it like pretty dark brown to match my eyebrows, and I was getting that zebra effect. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's not fully there, like submerged into the hair dye. Oh my gosh. Let me know if you've had an issue with this, or hey, what about during the pandemic, right? I bet so many of you were trying to dye your hair because maybe some of you have gray hair. Trying to do a little touch up on your roots. Yeah. Okay, I think I got some time for that. So, my family has pretty good genes, not gonna lie, but hey, I'll take it. Okay, so this last one here for you, just, you getting into an argument with your parents, saying some mean things. Oh my gosh, I feel like as a teenager, horrible. I don't think I was very nice. Just like saying things and then after I'm like, why did I say, or like, how did that come out? Why? What's going on? But it's like your hormones, things are happening to your body, and you're just enraged and like angry all the time. All right, I wasn't really angry all the time, but when someone pushes my buttons, they are really pushing my button. All the buttons have been pushed. I am so angry. You will know. I get heated. Like, you don't want to mess with me. No. I don't even remember what the conversation was, but there is something. I remember like leaving the house, and maybe it was about like going somewhere, and I think my mom being a worrier, like, well, where are you going? Or when are you coming back? And, well, who's going to be there? Like all these things, like 20 questions, like as I'm like walking out the door, like, see ya, And then I remember saying something like, well, this is why I'm going far away to school. Yeah, not so fun in the moment, but looking back now, I'm like laughing. And so, yeah, I mean, if you haven't listened to some of the earlier episodes, I did go to school in Providence, Rhode Island, at Johnson and Wales. So yeah, it's about 5 hours. And so I was really getting out of state. You know, I'm crossing several states through Connecticut. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sticking around here going to Temple. No way. I'm not trying to see the same people. I had North Penn for that. I need to see more people of the same. So there you go. I mean, how many times you said things and the next day you're like, oh, I probably should have said that. You kind of regret it, but maybe sometimes it really doesn't matter, right? Like, depending on what the conversation was like. So don't sweat it. Don't sweat it, right? You just make it up. Just make it up in a good way, and you could apologize potentially, or you cannot. You can just roll with it, and that'll be it. That kind of just ties the knot, right? But I think, yeah, just as you grow into your own person and you have all these different experiences, and yeah, I feel like it just kind of comes up. We're like, oh, I regret doing that. Yeah. Or, yeah. And I think we shouldn't be so hard on ourselves about it, because in the end, you're actually just living your life, right? Like, you're not doing anything out of the ordinary. It's just, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm doing it. This is what I like to do. And I'm going to do it, right? Oh, what's wrong with that? This is my life. I will run it. Okay, now if you're like a small child, then yeah, you kind of need some help there. But once you truly understand and learn and keep learning about yourself and have these wonderful experiences, I mean, that's the best part right there. And yeah, you're gonna make mistakes, and maybe that is a mistake, maybe it's not, but it's all about learning, having your own journey, and just seeing what else comes next. Yeah. So would love to hear from you. What kind of things have you thought maybe in the past, like, oh man, I kind of regret doing that, but maybe you don't, right? No regrets. But really, no regrets is what I have to say, because why? Why? You just want to see what's going to happen. You got to see what's going to happen, trust yourself, and do it. Okay? All right, my friends, hope you really enjoyed it. Be sure to listen on the Big Dane podcast.com/podcast. So go ahead, subscribe, and select your preferred platform on there. All right. And kindly leave me a review if you really like this episode. Because honestly, this is for you guys. I want to get all your feedback, see what you like, see what you don't like, see what you want to hear more of, okay? And you can send me a little message on the contact section of my website, all right? And be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and be sure to check out some of those IGTVs, short clips for you of some of the video recorded episodes that I've been doing, and it's pretty cool. All right, so hope you have a lovely week. I'll see you next time. Peace out.